Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to introduce our speaker, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Cooperation of Spain, Mr. Moratinos. We are delighted that there is, not surprisingly, a great turnout. And CEPS highly appreciates this opportunity. I think it's one of the first presentations by a senior member of the Spanish government in Brussels to explain the priorities of Spain for the coming 6 months as holding the presidency. As you all know, I don't have to explain that we have a new situation since the beginning of this month in Europe with the Treaty of Lisbon, including the new semi-permanent president of the European Council. So it is also a new situation where we have to find a new balance between the two institutions, the continuing rotating presidency of the, in this case Spain, of the various councils, and then the new president of the European Council. As you undoubtedly have followed in the past 2.5 weeks, the Spanish government has already indicated, particularly Prime Minister Zapatero, but also Minister Moratinos, quite a number, manifold of important items as priorities for the Spanish presidency. So we would like to hear which of the priorities are priorities, which are lower priorities. There are many, as you have seen, particularly a stronger economic policy coordination in Europe, in Brussels, with a heavier role by the European Commission, but also many other matters, the stronger global political role of Europe, what to do with the climate change strategy of Europe after Copenhagen, and the handling of the exit strategy of the stimulus measures that many countries have taken in the financial crisis, and then the new Europe 2020 strategy, initiatives for enlargement, and then last but not least, promoting equality of men and women, emancipation. So I mean, pick your choice. I think that will keep us busy for a long time, and I'm happy to give the floor to Minister of Foreign Affairs, whom many of you know because he has served in that capacity for almost 6 years now. And before that, he had served in the Spanish diplomatic service for quite a number of years, and then he acted as the special representative for the European Union in the difficult matter of the Middle East peace process, which is still continuing, but then the minister moved to domestic important functions, where he became deputy member of parliament, and then Minister of Foreign Affairs in 2004, which he still is. So I'm happy to give you the floor, sir.
Well, thank you very much, my dear friend. Thanks to all the audience, to be so crowded, and I'm sorry for the people who have to stand up. I hope they will be no boring, that you will be enjoying, and I will not try to be too much provocative, but at least to launch a good debate in this important think tank of a lot of experience and a lot of prestige, this Center of European Policy Studies. Well, it is true that we had presented our program of the so-called rotating Spanish presidency under the new framework of Lisbon Treaty in certain fora, on the Council, in some media framework, but not to a such important think tank of European studies. So the test and the exam of today for me is quite important. I hope I will pass the exam. at least the first part of the exam, because the final note will be made by the European citizens at the end of these 6 months of Spanish rotating presidency. We have said on several occasions in our program, is in the weight page of the Spanish presidency, 4 main priorities, and you refer to